Yeah, let us discuss the topic logical equivalence. So when we say that two proportional functions are logically equivalent, so we say that two proportional functions or two well-formed formulas are logically equivalent if they have same truth table. Okay, and for further study, actually we need to remember, we need to understand all these logical equivalences. So these logical equivalences are very very important when we work on logical inference. There are four methods, so to work on all those four methods, these logical equivalences are important. And we have one more topic in the unit 1, that is normal forms. So in the normal forms also, all these formulas are very very important. Okay, so let us see what are different logical equivalences we have. Okay, yeah, the first one is law of double negation. So it says that negation of negation p, negation of negation p is logically equivalent to p. That means if we negate a proportion two times, you get the original fact. Then the next one is prp is logically equivalent to p, and p and p is also logically equivalent to p. So this comes under law of identity. So here p could be a normal proportion, or it could be a proportion function also. So p may be an expression something like a implies b. Okay. So suppose if we take a implies b, a implies b, and a implies b. Let's say you have an expression somewhere at some point you have a implies b and a implies b. So this can be simplified as what? As per law of identity, a implies b and a implies b can be written as what? P and P is equivalent to P. So therefore, A implies B and A implies B is logically equivalent to A implies B. Okay. So, so this is how we use these formulas in simplification. Not only simplification, in even in the topic logical inference also we use these topics. Okay. So here, why A implies B and A implies B is equivalent to A implies B? Because in place of P you have A implies B. So P and P is always equivalent to P. Okay, then law of commutative or commutative property, PRQ is logically equivalent to QRP, that is with respect to R, and P and Q is logically equivalent to Q and P. So these two comes under commutative property. Then associative property, you know that P and Q and R is logically equivalent to P and Q and R, and with respect to R, PRQRR is logically equivalent to PRQRR. Okay. Next, distributive property, P and QRR is logically equivalent to P and Q, R, P and R. Next one is distributive property, PRQ and R is logically equivalent to PRQ and PRR. Then implication, P implies Q is logically equivalent to negation of P, R, Q. So this is implication in terms of R. So whenever I want to convert implication in terms of R, so we use this formula. Then next set of formulas, yeah, P implies Q is logically equivalent to negation of Q implies negation of P. That means implication is logically equivalent to contrapositive. Okay. Then P by implies Q. P by implies Q is logically equivalent to P implies Q and Q implies P. Of course, we know the meaning of by implication. By implication, it is in the both the directions. Okay. So P by implies Q is logically equivalent to P implies Q and Q implies P. And P by implies Q, of course, we can express in terms of and or also. So this formula is in terms of by implication, in terms of implication. Whereas this formula is also for P by implies Q, but here we expressed by implication in terms of and connective or. Okay. So P by implies Q is logically equivalent to P and Q or negation of P and negation of Q. Okay. And next, negation of P by implies Q is logically equivalent to negation of P by implies Q. So what is the difference between these two? Here this negation is applicable for both P by implies Q. Whereas here this negation is applicable only for the P. Okay. Yeah. Next, P implies Q implies R is logically equivalent to P and Q implies R. So this we also called as conditional proof statement. In the short form, we call as CP, conditional proof statement. So this is very, very important. So based on this formula, we'll be discussing logical inference, one method called direct method using CP. Okay, so that method is basically depends on this particular logical equivalence. P implies Q implies R is logically equivalent to P and Q implies R. Then De Morgan's law, negation of P or Q is logically equivalent to negation of P and negation of Q. Negation of P and Q is logically equivalent to negation of P or negation. And there are few formulas. So P, R and P and negation of P. So in this, if we see P and negation of P, that is always false. It's a contradiction. It's an example of contradiction, right? So false, 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 and something. False and something is always false. So therefore, this expression is always false, or it's an example of a contradiction. Now coming to the 19th formula, P and negation of P we have, and with R with a preposition R. So this is always false. So false are something you have. This something I am writing as a preposition R or preposition function R. So false or something is always equivalent to that something. That means if R is false, then this complete expression becomes false, because this is already false. So false or false is false. Suppose if R is true, then the complete expression becomes true. So therefore, R P and negation of P is logically equivalent to R. Similarly, you see this 20th formula, R and PR negation of P. Now, if we see PR negation of P, PR negation of P is an example of a tautology. That is always true. So true, and something is always equal to that something, because if R is false, the complete expression becomes false. If R is true, then the complete expression becomes true. Therefore, R and PR negation of P, in that PR negation of P is always true. So true and something is always equal to that something. Coming to the last formula, we have PR negation of P, which is always true, and true or something is always true. Why? Because irrespective of the R value, R may be false or true, this is always true. Okay, so these are the 21 logical equivalences. You must be very thorough so that you feel comfortable when we discuss the topic called logical inference. Under logical inference, so we have 5 methods. One is standard method, and then direct method using CP, indirect method, automatic theorem today. So in all these 5 methods, we'll be using all these logical equivalences. So I direct or I inform each and every student. So please go through this video before you study logical inference and normal forms. Thank you.